who'll be stopping by to say hello. Out here it's real life, no fuss, no show. With Highland cattle and piggies on the go. We got meat, birds, fur babies too. Gardens growing fresh, right in view. I'm baking up love in all that I do, and helping the small folks to see them through. Welcome to the Bronx, where the fun's running wild, with the homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Bronx. We're waiting just for you. Out in the yard, where the chickens roam, we're building a life that feels like home. From the veggies we grow to the soil we turn, it's a simple life and so much to learn. I'm baking bread, smell the warm, sweet air. Piggies squealing, love's everywhere. We lend a hand to channels that care, because lifting each other is what we share. Welcome to the Bronx, where the fun's running wild, with the homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Bronx. We're waiting just for you. So come on and join, let's build it together through thick and thin in any weather. We're all in this, let's make it better at the Bronx. It's a life to treasure. Welcome to the Bronx, where the fun's running wild, with a homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Bronx. We're waiting just for you. Yeah, at the Bronx, we're waiting just for you.
Hey. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. My phone's telling me we can, but sometimes it lies to me, just like it's already told me this morning. Well, I put the first notification together yesterday while I was outside cutting our lawn. Folks, our grass is 8 inches long. Unheard of for this time of year. For the 1st of May. It's crazy. Hey, Susan, what's going on? I'm glad you showed up. Appreciate you. Anyways, yeah. It only took my son and I 3 days to put together my grass sweeper to go behind my lawn tractor. Well, all I gotta say is I don't think they had to take as many parts off as they did, but it was manufactured in China, and they were probably sitting there going, let's see how long it takes these stupid North Americans to put this thing together. 2 times. And then we had it backwards. So we had to flip it around. The Teflon screw or bolts they use, I guess the nuts, you use them once, they fray. Then they're no good. So we blew one of those taking it off. Oh my goodness. But it's been a week of trying to become painless. Last Saturday, the homesteading conference, tremendous showing. Watch Rem's family or Ram's family farm. I'll look it up, put it in the description. But he did 53-minute video about homesteading. How much you can homestead, how much it saves you. I'm going to drop. So at his place, he's got one great big garden. I think it's 36 by 16. Then he's got a community garden, which is, I forget how long, but it's actually tended to by the community. So somebody builds up your row, you get a row, and they compost it, they feed it, they build your row gets labeled. So he actually puts his carrots, and they like to have carrots once a week. 52 weeks in a year, he's got 7 of them in the family, so they need at least a pound of carrots a week. So that's 52 pounds. And this is what he's striving to get to. So honestly, guys, you got to watch this. And just let him know that I sent you. I think he was supposed to drop it yesterday. I think he said that he was going to drop it yesterday, but I'll have a look and see if I can find it. But people were blowing away here. Rem picks up stuff, like you have the Facebook Marketplace. Well, a lot of the places up here, I'm sure down south too, where it's for free. There's come and get it. Well, he goes and gets trampolines. Hey, Joey. And then he uses those as tethers. And honest, like, he's got, I think he said he's saved $10,000 last year growing his own produce and fruit trees. So I'm told that there's a couple places around here that are putting their fruit trees on sale. So that's all I want for my Father's Day is a fruit tree. But if I can get 2 or 3 for the same price, yeah, they may not be the 8-foot fruit tree that I got last year. And oh my goodness, you want to see the flowers, and I'm going to, there's some kind of tree food. I'm going to hit it with it, and it's totally organic. It's I'm going to hit it here now. You're supposed to do it the first 2 years. Well, I just planted this in June of last year, and I probably got about 20 pounds of apples. 5 different varieties. And I mean, I am going to have to get some kind of stabilizing, some kind of stabilizer, because the amount of flowers, like the bees are going to go nuts pollinating the tree. Although I don't need a bee to pollinate an apple tree. Well, technically you do, but for the first year or so you don't. So yeah, I'm going to look at trying to get a cherry tree and possibly oh my goodness, a black cherry tree, and then there's a different type of pear that grows very well up here. So I'm going to try to get two for one. And one of the new girls that's on council with us, she took over the seat that was vacated. She works at one of these great big nurseries up here. So I'm going to find out if she gets a little something. Because if she gets a discount, I would I would be okay with that. So we've got 4 people in here, but there's a lot of people moving into the homesteading Eufaula. A lot of people moving in there today. So I contemplated canceling the last 2, or like tonight or today and tomorrow. But I know people have questions about the cruise, so I'll go live tomorrow night. And if there's any other questions, I want everybody to go through, make sure everything's up to par. They have everything scheduled. Now, there's things that you can't do until you're on the ship. Like you cannot go after the shows until you're on the ship. You know, there's just a lot of things that you can't do until we're physically on the ship. And I had to say no to my scooter because it's going to cost me just about $1,000 Canadian. Not gonna do it. I'll take a couple breaks here and there. That's almost what I paid for one person to go on the trip. So I think I'll just, unless I can get them down, I got a discount coupon. And okay, I know the rules of advertising in Canada. Here's one for my American friends. Are you allowed to lie? Because they sent me a 15% discount. I went, right on. Say 15, I'll give it a shot. It didn't go through, and then I got a phone call from Winnipeg, Canada, Manitoba. I'm like, who the heck's calling me from Winnipeg? I only know a handful of people over there. Anyways, I guess the scooter company has a branch in Canada. So they're like, I know you tried to book a scooter in Seattle, but it doesn't work for cruises. I'm like, yeah, it does. I said, nowhere in your email to me did it say you excluded anything. So I said, I don't know about you guys down there, but up here, that's called false advertising. And she got quite defensive. And she's like, if you don't want our product, then don't take our product. I said, I want your product, but you overcharge. I said, because it's impossible for me to buy one. So, what they're charging me, I could buy a brand new scooter here, take it with me if I could, take it with me. But I can't. So, they got you over a barrel because of the big lithium battery. It's more than what a plane will take. Plus, it's, quite heavy. So I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense that this person would do that. And, anyways, they were. She got quite angry as soon as I said, that's that's fraud, and you can't lie to your customers. Nowhere does it say, and I even read this fine print, but again, they know they don't have to. They got you on open waters, per se. The cruise lines only deal with a couple, so I can find one, but then I got to try to get it on the ship. They'll search it. It's not worth it. But what they want to charge me, I can buy one, refurbish it for about half of what they are charging me. But like I said, they won't let me fly with that large of a lithium battery. Tell you what, folks, not fun being disabled. They will get you. It's supposed to be illegal to charge more. They hear disabled, and in their head, they hear cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So, like, honestly, $1,000 for a scooter for 7 days. That's more than what I paid for myself for my trip. And anyways, I started dickering back and forth. And I got her down to within $30 of the 15%. And I said, if you can bring it down. Hey, Donna. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, it just really, really, really sucks that soon as they know that you're disabled, it's just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. But again, NCL allows one scooter company. Now, I get it, and I don't blame NCL for it. Disembarkment and embarkment day is a nightmare. So I get that they don't want, 15 different companies. Hey, Scotty. um, they don't want to have a whole bunch of subcontractors. Hey, Scotty. Going on and off their ship. Um, and it's like, hey, Loretta. Or if it's Jason, but it's probably Loretta. It just that's the down, dirty and ugly, and I think I'm gonna end up doing a series on it because last summer a very large hotel chain they put me on the third floor with no elevator. And I said, I'm sorry, but I said, I'm disabled. I need the first floor or a handicapped room. Oh, well, yeah, that is going to cost you $15 more. So because I was disabled and can't do stairs, they upcharged me 15%. So I think we might do, looking forward to the NCL trip. You know what, Loretta, it is what it is. And it's not NCL. It's, I don't blame them one iota. They're one point of contact for air. There's individuals that have portable air. Well, their extra tanks have to be brought on board by this company. Number one, they know NCL standard. They've agreed to NCL standard, and they're regimented. So at one part of the ship, I have to pick up the scooter, which isn't too far from where we go on to the ship, the gangway per se. But it just, again, it is what it is. And yeah, Donna, you're right. You're right. Everybody thinks what they have is worth $1 million. And it's unfortunate that whenever I get off the phone yesterday, my oldest was here. She's like, Dad. I'm like, yeah. You really sounded like a Karen. And I'm like, what's your justification on that? She's like, well, you were arguing about money. Just pay it. I'm like, oh my dear God. I said, that's the difference between our ages, our generations. I work hard for my money, or I did until they medically put me off. But I busted my butt my entire life. From the age of 12, I started working. Construction, laying water pipe. So I'm not scared to work. But yeah, I got told by my oldest that I was a Karen for asking questions and saying that you're not Um, you're not, um, you can't ask people stuff anymore. You can't, like, I'm sorry, growing up, if you didn't do the barter system, you were either really, really rich or, yeah, you were either really, really rich or you just had nothing to offer. Uh, you know, I used to do plumbing for people, I'd do concrete, help people. Um, Good Lord, I laid concrete in a barn. Now, it wasn't a massive barn, but it was like a 25 by 60 barn. I laid the concrete myself, screeded, and for an ex-girlfriend's father. That's just what you did back then. Good Lord, if you were to show a kid today a video of us doing that, they'd pretty much fall over. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Loretta. Now, I gotta say, my son is pretty close to his dad in, you know, barter. What I can do for you, you do this for me. Or you owe me one. And that was the whole thing growing up. Is if I didn't, how do I say this? If I did more, people owed me. I didn't know anybody else. And that's the way I liked it. Because nobody could say no. That's just the way, that's the way we grew up. And I said that to, my football boys. The thousands of kids that I had go through my football program. I've instilled that in them, hoping to God, even some of them, it would go through their heads. I've been on the phone with my daughter. Well, that's okay. Let's see here. So yeah, no, I don't know. It's just, that's why I think we see so many younger folks, and I'm going to be quite honest. The age group at our conference on Saturday was, I'm going to say 25 to 40. Yeah. They want to learn. And that's why I busted my butt to put this off. I should have canceled it and given all my sponsors back their money. But even if I can help a handful of people learn a different skill. You know, I had my buddy there who is a butcher. He also has a homestead. And, you know, he likes to teach. He wants to let people know that this is okay to do. So, you know, I had a fella show up. He's a small bee honey producer. He actually owns the funeral home here in town. And so that it doesn't affect his mind, he goes out and works the bees. That's his out. Well, unfortunately, some of our kids of today, they don't know how to deal with it. And there's nothing more peaceful than going for a walk in the bush. You know, go. We have like a swampy, small little, you know, the water runs, and there's a little like gathering of water. Well, it's beavers. It darn near kills me to get into it, but just to go in and sit in a log and watch the beavers and otters do their thing, and the peace, quiet, tranquility. That's how you stave off mental. You know, this fella deals with death daily. You know, I know I couldn't do it. I could not, you know, embalm people every day, you know, do their makeup, you know, everybody's, I just, there's no way that I could deal, even whenever I was working with the ambulance. That was tough. Again, you saw everybody at their worst. And being in politics now, you see everybody at their worst. Because nobody's going to invite you over. Geez, you saved little Johnny's life. Choking on a sausage. Nobody's going to say, come on over to the house and have a sausage with us. They forget about you. You're only their lifeline. And that's okay. Not a first responder doesn't, or should I say a good first responder doesn't look for recognition. They do their job because they do their job. And then Donna said, okay, how is asking questions? Yeah, mean you're a Karen. I wasn't begging for money. And then she goes, can we call you and try to sell you a scooter? I said, with all due respect, ma'am, I used to buy them. I used to work for a certain company that I sold in my battery store whenever I had it going. And I said, I used to refurbish and make $1,000 on a unit. It's okay. Oh, well, we do it to standard. I said, are you saying I didn't? I said, scooters are one of the biggest rackets. It's either a drive motor or a battery. All the rest can be replaced for under $10. So, yeah. Oh no, but that's the whole generation, Donna, is they don't want to put anybody out. It might make them sad. Well, I don't know. It made me sad to overpay. Nobody's worried about me. But again, it is what it is. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to end up getting it. And I'm going to wait. And what I might do is have another company drop it off at the hotel. And I'll bring it on the ship as it's mine. Now, it depends. If they have their stickers all over it, they're not going to let me do it. But I'm going to see if they price match. They price match. I found one in Seattle. It's $200 for 7 days. These guys want I'm going to say $475 is what they want. And I don't know, $475 plus tax plus $80 in case somebody steals it. Or, my brother, Sir Grace, jumps on it, goes over the edge, or, he's driving around the track in the scooter and or Puppers takes the scooter on us. One of the two. Yeah. $80 for peace of mind that if I break it, I just return it back in 1,000 pieces. Hopefully you can fix it with $80 because that's all you get out of me. But again, I'm not too worried about it. I used to work on them. So I used to have one of the best batteries to put in there. Oh, man. And a lot of these companies tend to give you under, what do you call it? They're registered for weight. So the smallest one you can get is around 325 pounds. Now, that's not just your weight. That's if you got to carry your wife's purse or you've got stuff that you bought at the shops. All that equals, a bunch of stuff you can put in your basket. All that is equivalent. So what I did is I went 2 up. Like I could probably have 3 people hanging off this thing and still we'd be underweight. But again, it is what it is. And yeah. But Loretta, it is going to be so much fun. Where are you guys going out of, Loretta? I may even find out before you can type it. I think we're going to put out an order for merch tomorrow. I just got to double check that it's the same price, and then I'll check for delivery due to the tariff. That's what I thought. When are you guys? Because we could end up being on the same plane, because we're going 2 days early, so we fly out the 22nd, and we're staying at Hotel Max with most of the people. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so you're coming in this Saturday then. All right. See, the only reason I've done that Hotel Max. If you booked with us, Loretta, then it's Hotel Max. Okay, well, see, so what we did is we booked in the 22nd, going across the country and crossing that invisible line. I wanted to go 1 day early. Cost us an extra $209. That's a Timmy's between now and the time we go. And then you're guaranteed, if something happens to your flight, you don't have to panic and rush to get another flight to Seattle. You've got 2 days to get to Seattle. I'm not worried about it. So it depends. If we go WestJet, and I don't know if you've been following, but Air Canada has.
Hey, unknown caller. Yeah, you did. It's a daddy.
Oh.
Don't keep it waiting. You did. Daddy, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Yeah, that's the only reason that we're. Oh no, and I get it. I honestly get it. We're, thank goodness Debbie's schedule worked out. I couldn't have picked a better time for her, because we're gone 10 days. Whenever we get back, she comes back to 1 or 2 days off. And then she hey Karen. Yeah, I think it's only costing her like 6 holidays for 10 days off. So we're going to do the 2 days early. Saturday, we're going to do the fish market. Glenda, Sir Grace, Debbie, and I. Probably Lisa and Jesse and Tony and Joni. I'm not sure when they're coming in. Yeah. Apparently the fish market is something to see. Like Jesse wants to do the blowing glass museum. Not my idea of a good time. Now, I do want to go up to the top of the Space Needle. And we're hoping the Sunday that we get back, because we're staying at a hotel near the airport so that we don't have to get up super early. We can just go get up at a reasonable time, go over to the airport, take off in the morning. Oh, I'm I'm sure it is. It just not my cup of tea. Like, I'm not saying that I dislike blowing glass. I just $60 or $80. There's a possibility that there could be a Seattle football game. I'm hoping that it's the Sunday that we get back. And then we'll go to the football game, go home, have a shower, and be ready to go for the airport. And yeah, if we get WestJet tickets, we stop in Edmonton. If we get United tickets, we go to Chicago. But there's huge buts now. Air Canada has cut just about all U.S. flights. The one thing that I was listening to last night is, if this whole tariff thing doesn't stop, the amount of travel dollars that Canadians spend in the US it was a stupid amount of money. Like, I couldn't even fathom that kind of money. But they said that there could be upwards of 200,000 layoffs from stewardess, flight stewardess, pilots, cleaners for hotels, front door staff, maintenance guys, Ubers. They said the whole thing could be a 200,000 dollar or 200,000 people laid off. Anyways, I just don't know. Hey, Angie. So we'll probably go live tomorrow night. And if you have any questions about the trip, let me know, and I will try to get answers. that way there. Yeah, double check your paperwork. If something does not look right, just give me a sec here. How do I? There we go. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is this not allowing me? So I'll put up Peter's number. If you're not sure, get a hold of him and be very adamant that it is what you want. It's your cruise, not his cruise. And I'm only saying that because one person was told that the whole group wasn't doing what she wanted when she knew darn well that that's when we were all coming in. So I said, you just have to be very firm and say, well, no, it's my trip and I want to come in 2 days early, stay 1 day late. And away we go. Bob's your uncle. Other than that, I'm going to double check this afternoon to make sure that now where the heck did they go? No, not there. Oh, maybe these. Yeah. So, I just need to know how many I need to order, but I think I'm going to get us some new, like, not hoodies, but windbreakers. And then I got these printed out. So that there will go on my chest there. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but you guys can let me know, and I can send you the PDF, and then you guys can either order it or I can order it and then send it to you, because it's only going to cost me $2 to send it to you. Nom, 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 nom. Coffee. There we go. What did I miss? There's Jin. I've been cleaning the duck pen. Oh, would you just let Joey in the house? Then you won't have to clean up his duck pen. I don't think you treat him very well. I'll send you an email, Scott. Thanks for the info. Yes, absolutely. Or come on in tomorrow night. And probably just be an open forum tomorrow night. And because everybody's going to be at the meetup. Or I should say, a lot of the people that are going on the cruise will be at Lake Eufaula. We do have a couple more people that have signed up. They're not signed up under us. They're signed up just under NCL. But yeah, Loretta, if you want to shoot me an email, ramblingwiththebrooms@gmail.com. We can chit chat offline, no big deal. Like I say, I will help out any way I can. I think there's a lot of us trying to get the steakhouse for the first night. So if you picked out like have the app, if you go to Cagney's Steakhouse, and now I do forget, I forget what room you guys got, Loretta. I think maybe inside, so you get one free dining. Hey, Arizona Homestead. But all right, Loretta, you take care. But yeah, I'm more than willing to help anybody out, but people have to realize that it's our vacation also. We've had to put out a lot of money to be there also. So we're not going to be everybody's liaison or travel guides. You know, it is what it is. So, we are on our way. Oh, cool, Angie. Yeah. When was it? Johnny said he was going to be there at 11 in Ginger's live. And Miss Lisa and the old fart, they've been there for days. What else are we doing here? I think I got everybody's. I think I got everybody's stuff going on. Not sure why. Not sure. All right. It's yeah. Sorry, guys. I hate emails It's like, you people know I'm on live at this time. Hey, Teresa, how are you? And if y'all want to check and make sure that you're still subscribed, that would be awesome. Because apparently Mr. Google Pants has had out his chopping hand, and he's been chopping a whole bunch of people from everybody's channel. Well, that's not cool. Or what did that one guy say? That's not prudent. Mm-mm. All I know is it just, yeah, I just, it oh my goodness gracious. I've had 52 emails. I've been live an hour. Seriously. So if I go that way, and hit mute. Oh, looky, looky. Let me see here. I'll open up. You want to come up, chit chat? You come on up and chit chat. I'm not going to stay on a whole lot longer because, well, it's not raining yet, but it's looking awful threatening. And I gotta get it cut. I usually let it go 3 or 4 weeks longer than I should in the spring because the bees absolutely love the dandelions, and I don't get rid of the dandelions. I wait till the first batch of them die, then I start cutting. That way they'll get another batch in about a week. And then I'll wait 2 weeks, and then, they'll take that off. And yeah, it's people are flipping out now. We're one of 17 municipalities in our county. We're the only one contemplating switching to make it easier for bee handlers. Well, they're making it sound like they have a vendetta against us. And it's like, no, I for bees. I like bees. Bees are your friend. 9 times out of 10, if you get stung, it wasn't a honeybee. Because the honeybee knows that if it stings once, it dies. A wasp gets 3 shots. So that's why a honeybee will only sting if the hive is in jeopardy. So it, yeah, it is what it is. I have to go. I need to weed whack the jungle in the one section of the garden. Well, you know what, Wendy? I got to. Two out of my three. Oh my God. Jan sent them up to me. Elderberries. Two out of my three elderberry plants are doing very well. I think I lost the third one this winter. But I don't think I will have any more issues with the elderberries. I won't have any more issues with the elderberries. They'll take good root this this summer. So they've already grown about 6 inches this spring already. So they've taken pretty good. So we are behind because waiting on parts, all that rain. Oh, yeah, you guys got hammered by rain this spring. We didn't. We got a perfect amount of rain.
Hi, Daddy.
What's that?
I'll show you. Give me a second.
All right. But, yeah, no, you guys, storms, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Glenda said that they're supposed to get some very bad weather.
For Lorna, it's a jewelry box.
Who's Lorna?
My goddaughter. My godparents got me like the silver christening bracelet and stuff.
Right.
And I don't think we're like doing that part, so jewelry box.
All right. Yeah, I think, and Aunt Lynn said yesterday also that they're supposed to be getting hammered with bad weather. And I think it's supposed to start tonight into tomorrow. But anyways, hopefully they found Mama. She went AWOL yesterday. If you were watching the live, she disappeared. She ended up in a hot tub somewhere. Hopefully they found her. And yeah, okay, you're supposed to get bad weather all weekend too. Does that mean Lake Eufaula is supposed to get bad weather all weekend too? Because that would suck. You know, that many people. Man. It is what it is. But, you know. Oh, no. Oh, no. Angie. That's all right, Angie. You jump on a plane and come north. We don't have any of that.
Any of what?
Tornadoes. They're supposed to get the meetup that's this weekend. They're supposed to get hit by some pretty crappy weather. Well, we'll be sending out some good thoughts for you. And if I was closer, Angie, I'd say just keep on it coming. But you're roughly about 15-hour drive from Lake Eufaula to my front doorstep. I was going to say, you don't need to worry about it, Wendy. Tony will look after his sweet little Angie. I know he will. Because we all know that once she makes it out the other side, he may not, if he doesn't protect Angie. There's probably a lot of storm shelters in between you and Eufaula. Considering it would be silly for her to drive into Tornado Alley to go to a storm shelter. And how could you fit Angie in there with all your animals? Answer me that.
They could snuggle.
Oh, you think I'm joking? Wendy takes her animals into her storm shelter with her. Now, I tend to think she likes her animals a lot more than she does humans.
You blame her?
I don't blame her. Mm-mm. Exactly. Exactly, Wendy. There's some humans I'd kick out of a storm shelter to make sure Hank had a seat.
I just got home.
What? Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay.
3,000. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to fill that out. And then don't forget on the back of the long gray when they have you fill that out to check for personal use only. They'll show you where it is if you don't know. Thanks, buddy. Bye.
But, well, Wendy, we have fur babies for that. Exactly. Angie gets it. Both her dogs will be in the storm shelter with her. Tony is the fourth person in the shelter. Angie's one, the two dogs. Well, Tony fends for himself. Just saying. See? There you go. Our dogs go in the storm shelter. You have a pulley system and a vest to lower them in. That is awesome, Angie. My animals go first. I love it. Yeah, you see, you guys have had more tornadoes this spring than we do probably in the last 10 years. We might get one a year. Last year was a busy year. I think we had 3 within 45 minutes of my house. But the one thing we're dealing with right now is wildfires. We have one fire that's not that, well, I guess it's far enough away from us, but they're using us as one of their drop zones to pick up firefighters and refuel, but it's 40,000 hectares big. It's massive. There's no smell of smoke so far, and like it's not, you can't see it yet. Now, my son thought that he could smell the smoke last night. But it's about 3 hours from here, where it is right now. If someone farted, it'd blow the two girls away. Yes, Joey? Mm-hmm. Especially if they just had some grain. Ooh-wee. Our government wants to mandate how many cows you can have. Because that leads to carbon issues. Well, if you had 4 stomachs and kept mixing your food, you'd fired up a storm too. Sorry, guys, everybody poos. But it blows me away. Blows me away. That, you know, well, Wendy, be careful what you say because, you know, Joey's small but mighty. And if you want to hear Joey's stories, go back and watch Jin's live today, Craft and Chat. And, well, I know the one that she told was the day that Joey decided that he was going to try to fly. Again, like me, he was left unsupervised. It's not our fault. You leave us unsupervised. We're going to try stupid stuff. It's in our DNA. Just saying. Did I mean to cut my arm that day? No. I forgot that I had turned the knife back over. I meant to go like this on my arm with the back of the knife, not the knife. If I was supervised, somebody would have told me that. But I wasn't supervised, so there was no telling me. It was just blood running down my arm. And I'm like, do I take this off my video? Not here, the Rambler. You get what you get. That's me. You know, like, I still think that it's going to be funny if I throw Jesse off the ship. Yes, I'm going to do it safe. I'm going to tie an orange ribbon around his and throw him overboard so PETA doesn't go, well, and come and get us. That wouldn't be very nice of a friend. So, well, it's probably one of your smartest things would be to go to the water and dive underneath the water. It's not going to suck all the water out of Lake Eufaula. Might go down a few inches. Just saying. The first time that I was ever close enough to a tornado that I actually heard the locomotive coming. I was literally 200 feet away and it was coming down the channel of the river. And that was the scariest thing. We were ripping down one cottage, staying in the other dilapidated cottage while we built the new one. Well, whenever you're not sure if the cottage is going to stand up on a good day, you get a little bit testy and you talk to the big fella upstairs quite a bit whenever you hear that big old train a coming. And yeah, I did some Hail Marys and some that day. Hey, I still don't know how it missed us, other than it followed straight down the river, up onto land, cleared a section about 200 feet wide by about a mile long into the bush. And I mean, whenever I say it went into the bush, it clear cut. Everything was laying down. It took loggers to come in 3 months, 2 months to clean up all the pine. And he just milled it into boards. So he made a bloody fortune because there was just log truck after log truck after log truck going out full. Yeah, crazy. But anyway, so now, Angie, are you just about there now? Or are you still another hour away? So, those of you that are going, start watching. If you're not sure if you want to do excursions, that's what I thought. Wendy is that's probably why she's not answering, is because they're probably there. We are here now. All right, give everybody a hug for me, Angie. You guys have a great weekend. And if Tony goes live, I will be watching out for the lives. So you guys have fun, and we'll talk to you next week. But yeah, no, I have to. I think I might even plant my garden this week. And it's a week than normally. Let me speak English. Let me try that again. It's a week earlier than I normally do. But I think I'm okay. I don't think we're getting down. Yeah, you see the coldest we're getting at night is 44. And Friday we're supposed to get some, yeah, we're 50% chance of rain and whatever. So I think I might plant tomorrow in the rain. Saturday is more rain, so that'll give it a good deep um, a good deep soaking. And then we have 4 days of sunshine, which will stimulate root growth. And then we have 2 more days of rain. So we're looking 44 during the day and 55 is the coldest at night. I'm okay with that. But, anyways, guys, I am going to go and I am going to cut the rest of the grass that I have to cut before it does start to rain. And I mean, we've got some wicked. Look at those are bug bites. Like, man, oh man. And down there, I got them on my arm. They were hungry last night because they just took and they decided to have a good snack. And it hurt. Not really hurt. It was itchy. But my potion, my pain cream, if you dab it on, it takes the itch away like that. Not only, I just wish I could share my true Canadian, Oklahoma based pain cream, but I can't. Because if I get caught, I go to jail. And Lord knows what he'd do with me in jail down there. So I got to play my P's and Q's just right. Because I do use a little bit of THC. And it's just enough. Hey, Mrs. Giggler. What's going on, Linda? Nice to see you too. Tell you what, folks, Linda the giggler, Googler, giggler. You call her what you want, just don't call her late for dinner. Just saying. And I go off that same premise. I don't eat a whole lot. But I do enjoy a snack. But anyways, I should go take care of some bee pollen and plant some new bee pollen.
Hey, on the caller. Yeah, you did.
Let me guess. Wyndham. Oh,
Good afternoon, this is Devin. I'm calling because of your past travels. When am I doing today?
Wyndham sucks. I'll never stay with them ever again.
All right, so that's perfectly fine. We have a lot of other people you could travel through.
No,
Such
not
as
interested.
Interval.
I get 6 calls a day. And they're like, well, you just booked this. Don't tell your wife. I'm like, obviously you have not been married. Well, what do you mean? I'm like, you go spend $500 and tell your wife that you did it because some person on the internet told you to. Click. The name's Tucker, not Sucker. What's Angie? What's Linda saying? Hey there. I would say the name, but I will not. Ha ha ha, giggler. Okay. Hey, Aunt Lynn. Hopefully, hopefully everything turned out with Mama yesterday. You were able to get her under control. I was saying a whole bunch of prayers that you could track her down. Right on. Hey, I got a North family and I got a South family. And if Mama was to come and break that invisible line, that wouldn't be pretty. She'd be in trouble. But anyways, guys, we've been here hour 40 minutes. I do have grass to cut. And Hank's really not going to like it, but I'm going to put him in with his mom. I know he wants to be with his dad outside, but yeah. Until I get my grass sweeper set just perfectly, this still leaves a little bit of salad. And of course, he's got a bad stomach to start with. And if he's eating grass, he's going to be the death of me, that dog. But only thing I'd trade is to get him healthy. That's the only thing I'd change about him. That dog is so smart that it's crazy. He knows all his toys from like the day that we got it. He knows the name. One of my daughters names all his stuffies. And we can say, go get X stuffy. he will search around the house until he finds where he left it and bring it to you. Or this morning, he woke me up. I'm like, dude, give me 5 minutes to wake up. And this is like, I'm talking 20 after 5. And I said, give me 5 minutes and then Dad will play. 5.5 minutes. Poof, I get nailed by his paw. It's like, okay, Dad, 5 minutes is up. We're playing. So we play for about 5 minutes and then he goes to sleep. And I'm sitting there going, oh, wonderful. Then I sit there wide awake watching YouTube. And while he is snoring up a storm, he's having a good old sleep. So some of the times I get mad at him, poof, I'll wake him up. And then he just rolls over and looks at me like I have 1,000 heads. Like, why did you just wake me up? We've already played. Leave me alone. And then he goes back to sleep. But yes, he is very smart and intelligent. Same as Sir Grace's pupper. It's the breed. The breed is absolutely, it's a very intelligent breed. And just to have it's crazy. For the, it's a man-made breed. Usually it doesn't equate to being such a smart dog. But oh my goodness, are they ever smart. He got real mad at me yesterday because he overheard me say, well, I'll bring him to the office. Well, then one of my daughters was home. And I said, well, I'm only going to be about an hour and a half. I'll just leave Hank here. Okay. He glared at me like he was going to chop my head off with a blunt knife. Because he knows he gets spoiled beyond at the office. The only dog I know that runs the municipality, he has all the girls wrapped around his little finger. It's actually quite funny. Quite funny that he rules the roost. But, we were looking, geez, maybe we should get another dog so that he has a friend. And it's like, I don't think he could handle a friend. He's too needy. And that's a true story. I don't think they do well with friends. They're a needy breed. I wouldn't change my needy breed, but he is definitely needy. But anyways, I am going to pull out of here. I'm going to put some water in my hydroponic system. Make sure it's all ready to go for planting. I'm going to plant this weekend. I tell you what, you would have to be crazy to go to a nursery this weekend. The amount of people that are going to be around nurseries picking up fruits, vegetables is crazy. But I have to try to organize my field as to where's a good spot to plant my new trees. How should I be laying this out? I was told it should be within 12 feet in any direction is the right way for trees. That way there they can bloom, blossom. I may even go 15 feet because whenever you get a large tree, you look at how much it spreads. Not only does it go higher, but it obviously goes wider. So, yeah, I think I might do the 15-foot rule. But anyways, guys, you have yourself a wonderful afternoon, and I will talk to you all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Maybe we'll talk some ship talk. I said ship. Anyways, guys, take care. God bless. And we'll see you then. Toodles.